Hey guys, it's Lisa here from Arcane and Stellar with another pick a card reading for the week ahead. And so we're going to see what's up in your life, what you can expect, and all that good stuff. And yeah, there were some people that were asking about these, so I thought, you know what, okay, I'll do one for this week and we'll see. I'll play it by ear. But we have 4 piles, guys. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can find the timestamps down below in the description box, and I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead. And what else do I want to say? Oh yeah, if you want a personal reading, all that information is down below in the description box as well. As many of you know, there's a link to my Etsy store where you can purchase a reading as well as my Amazon wishlist. And I always do a reading as a thank you for anyone who gets something off my Amazon wishlist. So with that being said, let's get into the reading. I'll see you there. Hello. For those of you that chose pile number 1, this is your reading. I do want to say a quick thank you because I forgot this in the intro. And I already kind of put everything away, and I always do that first. But I want to say a big thank you to Tristan. Tristan got me 3 decks off my wish list and a Sailor Moon manga. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're awesome. And I did a Reiki session for him, so but I do want to say thank you so much, including this Witch's Wisdom oracle. So yes, let's find out about your week ahead. And we're starting with this card. So altar, dedication. So we'll definitely have to look at the guidebook on that one, I think, because I'm not sure what all this means. We do have rabbit. So it says, too much concern with sexual matters. Dog, protection from a powerful friend. And apple, temptation will test you. I do feel like there are a good portion of you who might be tempted by somebody in the week ahead. Maybe your mind is preoccupied or there's something going on in that realm. Wow. Oops. And I dropped some cards here. And you also have a friend on your side, which is interesting because I do see that here. We have the 2 of Cups. So your mind could be on relationships. And that can be relationships with not only romantic, right? It could be a friendship or any close kind of kinship. We have the 4 of Wands. Some of you might be maybe spending some time or like a good time with somebody in particular. And we have the Knight of Swords. So I see like some good discussions in the week ahead with a friend. In particular, there might be somebody or a friend or a lover or a partner or something like that. It can be really any of those things. Because like I said, the 2 of Cups doesn't have to be romantic. With the 4 of Wands, there could be, yeah, like some kind of party get-togethers or something like that. But general, like, I mean, it seems to me like your relationships are probably fairly good this week. We also have success. So we have March 18th through April 14th. That's what the dates on here. I don't know, just mentioning it in case it resonates with somebody. But it seems like success is on the mind, on the brain. And maybe you guys will have some sort of success this week as you navigate through it. We also have blending with spirit. So that's a very interesting card. It says, blending with spirit will enhance your communication, allowing for stronger evidential messages. Merging with the essence of spirit can create a powerful connection for the sitter to feel as though their loved one has come alive, even for that moment. Blending is a term used when a spirit draws really close to you, allowing you, the medium, to become fully one with their essence. By surrendering fully, you can step into their shoes and become the spirit, all the while maintaining a conscious awareness. Interesting. It says, blending your energy fully with the spirit is an important step to deepening your link during evidential communication. After creating the link, share some evidence with your sitter to validate the connection. You'll notice how the sitter's loved one in spirit begins to draw closer as the sitter receives and validates the information you're offering. Take a moment to breathe deeply into your lower chakras as you mentally invite the spirit to envelop you in their love. Feel their energy surround you and embrace you as you blend together. Take a few moments to adjust to the blending process and allow their energy to settle with yours. Now you can share more evidence, personal messages, and even their mannerisms with the sitter. In the beginning, it may take a little time to get used to this technique, but with practice it will become totally natural. Remember to always share information from a loving and supportive place. Interesting. So there's some sort of, for some of you that are working on your spirituality, some of you might be working on communicating with spirits more. In general, maybe some of you are channeling or you're interested in this as well. But let's see. I'd like to check out that one card and see what it says. If I can find it. Oh, it's right here. So with altar and dedication, I'm super excited about this deck. I've been wanting this one for a long time. It says, commitment's not a dirty word. Achievements focused, goals are spurred. Choose one path to lead the way. With dedication, you'll not stray. The magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be, there is done. Now is the time to gather all the tools you have obtained along your way, including that which you have learned and experienced, and bring them to the table. For you have now the vital ingredients you need to bring about the magic you require. The sacred space that is the altar has presented itself to you. Now is the time for you to realize where your allegiance truly lies. Remove any tendencies for favoring flaky indecision, so you can bear your soul in truth and dedication to that which flows through your veins and sinks strong in your heart. Decide upon your path carefully and wisely, and make a full commitment to that which you choose. Then follow through by means of dedication to your choice. Create an altar, offer up prayers and thanksgiving to strengthen your relationship with your allies. And it says here, you've been dabbling in various lifestyle choices. Choose one that will serve you well and stick to it. Dedicate in your house or garden an altar to that which you are spiritually aligned. Focus will bring desired results. Interesting. So it does seem like you guys are trying to, there's some kind of encouragement about commitment, being committed to a dedicated path. So maybe for some of you, there's just a highlight in your week about making, figuring out what you're dedicated to, what you want out of life. Some of you might actually be putting actual effort into certain things this week. Maybe showing that dedication, whether it's through, different means, of course, for different ones of you. This could be like, diet, or it could be a lifestyle choice, other lifestyle choices. It could be, also trying something new, right, as well. Let's see, what else? I kind of want to look and see. Let me see. Who might... I want to see for the majority of you. For the majority of you that are watching, who might they be dealing with? Those that choose pile number 1, who might they be encountering this week? So we have Saboteur. Highlights your fear of self-empowerment and changes it would bring into your life. Ooh, interesting. And the shadow attribute is induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. So some of you might be dealing with somebody that has these attributes. Maybe for some of you that are feeling quite dedicated, there might be somebody that's kind of maybe helping you through these fears, okay? Because I do see supportive energy around you. Like I said, with the 2 of Cups and the 4 of Wands, and the protection from a powerful friend. So you might have somebody around you that's trying to really encourage you or fill you with self-empowerment. Okay, we have the Hedonist. Inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life. Celebrates the beauty in yourself. So there we go. And for some of you, the hedonist, it says pursues pleasure to the detriment of health, indulges at the expense of others. So for some of you, if you are trying to diet or something like that, you might actually have somebody who's really trying to inspire you this week or help you in some way, or is there to help you, that's specific for some of you. But for others of you, again, I just feel like there's somebody that's very, kind and caring in your vicinity. So if you're feeling like you need to reach out, by all means you should, because I feel like it would be beneficial to you. Let's see. What kind of temptation will test those that choose pile number 1? I'm curious. What's the temptation? Oops. Ooh, the 10 of Cups. Okay, so something that would bring pure bliss and happiness. So there's something that's very temptatious. Oh my god, oh my god, temptating? What? Temptatious? What the? I have like some kind of word problem there. We have strength though, so some of you might resist it, okay? Especially if it's something that's forbidden, like forbidden fruit. It might be that we have the Page of Pentacles. For some of you, this might be, some of you are trying to really start something that will bring you ultimate fulfillment, but it might take a lot of patience and dedication. Here we have the Page of Pentacles. It might be that you're on a new journey in some way. Now, for some of you, this could come in the form of trying to stay away from a partner you're trying to move away from. With the too much concern with sexual matters, some of you might be really focused on someone in that way, even though you're trying to move on. you know, and it might be kind of a tempting thing that you're like being pulled back into. You're being sucked back into the temptation of perhaps, you know, dreaming of that happy ending. For others of you, this could come in the form of, you know, any sort of other temptation. Honestly, it could be, like I said, like maybe there's some sort of like a food addiction, or food in, you know, an interest in food. And you gotta like kind of hold yourself back because you're like, I just started this. Or it could be like really anything though. It could be like binge watching TV if you said you weren't gonna watch TV, or it could be you're like, I'm done with Netflix, or I'm done with TikTok, and then you get on there for 2 hours, you know. But like it seems like almost like some kind of new journey. So whatever it is that you're kind of trying to stop or move away from, I think you'll have the strength to do it. So there's your encouragement. I think you can manage. But it might be, yeah, okay. It might be like, of course, you know, if it's spending money, for instance, and you're trying to cut back on spending, you might see something you really want to spend on, but you're like, man, I'm, you know, don't want to spend this money. Maybe I don't have enough, or something like that, of course. Let's see, anything else? I think that's pretty much it. I do see, like I said, for some of you, really trying to connect more with spirits, or spirit in general. Depending on your beliefs, maybe some of you are trying to dream, or there's some sort of blending going on, right? This is also a deck that Tristan got me, so thank you, Tristan. I really love it. Yeah, but that's what we've got. You definitely have somebody very supportive around you. If you don't, you can always message me on Instagram. I'll support you. Okay? So, yeah, that's what we've got for those of you that chose pile number 1. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful week full of, and look at, we have success, by the way. So again, when temptation pops up, you can be successful. You can get over this temptation. Okay? So I wish you all a very wonderful week, and I will see you all in the next reading. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, if you chose pile number 2, this is going to be your reading for the week ahead. We have Amazonite. Okay, so that's the stone here. And I do want to say a thank you, first of all, to Tristan, because I forgot to mention it in the intro, and then I had already filmed it. So I do want to say thank you to Tristan so much for your wonderful wish list gifts. I appreciate it so much. He got 3 different decks, which is Wisdom Oracle cards, the Goddess Tarot, which I'm using in one of the piles, not this one, but, and it was actually my first tarot deck besides the Rider Waite when I was a teenager. So, like, I had it, like, I want to say like maybe 19 years ago or something like that. Oh my god. Or maybe even 20. Oh shoot. A long time ago. And in fact, I lost it long ago. But yeah, and then of course there's a medium, I think it's a medium training deck which we're using in here, but I'll show you guys. So let's get into the week ahead for you. We have, oh, that's upside down. We have Witch's Cottage Security. Interesting. So maybe this is a week in which you are focusing on your own security. Maybe you're trying to be a little, maybe some of you are feeling a little protective of yourself. But let's see. We do have bird flying. News is on the way. So it does seem that many of you will be getting some sort of news this week. We have goldfish. It says increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. So again, for some of you, money coming in. Others of you, you know, spiritual growth happening. Maybe some of you both get, you get both of those things. And we have ladder, climbing towards success. So yeah, you might, for some of you, you might see an increase in material wealth, especially if you've been trying to climb the ladder towards making more money. We also have the 2 of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the 3 of Swords. So this is an interesting energy. It does seem like there's some sort of opportunity coming towards you. This news actually could be an offer of some kind. We'll look into it a little bit more for what it might be for, you know, most of you. The 3 of Swords are, there does seem to be some sort of pain here. And we also have Wisdom. And we have Finding the Stillness. Now this is from that deck I mentioned. When communicating with the other side, it's important to start by clearing your thoughts, which is a form of stilling your mind. Meditation helps to construct a bridge between the 2 realms by raising your consciousness. By meditating, you're making room for departed loved ones to imprint their thoughts on your mind. When developing your spiritual abilities, meditation is an essential part of your training and development. Meditation is a state of being in which your active mind slows down. It's a time of quiet reflection to achieve clarity. With time and practice, meditation can take you to a place where you silence your mental chatter. In doing so, you become increasingly aware of the subtle and shifting energies within you. It may seem impossible, but you can actually train yourself to watch your thoughts come into your mind and go right out again, much like the ebb and flow of ocean waves. Soon, disruptive and unwanted thoughts will lose their power to influence your consciousness. Anyways, of course, so many of you might be focusing on meditation this week, or there's a need to. And with security too, it maybe that's what you need. For some of you, you might be going through something kind of painful in your life. We have the Three of Swords. So, and pain can come from anything. It could come from a romantic loss. It could come from a fight with your family member or a friend. It could come from so many different directions, right? So I definitely see that call to you to take some time to find the stillness within you. We also have wisdom here, so seeking maybe inner wisdom. The dates here on this card say September 30th and October 27th. I just want to point it out just in case for some of you that might resonate. Let me see here. I wanted to grab the guidebook for the wisdom card, but I don't know where it's at. So guess what? We're not going to be looking at that. Let's see. But the witch's wisdom we can look at. So let us look. The witch's cottage. Oh, it looks so pretty and cozy, huh? So it says, within the forest, dark and deep, is a dwelling yours to keep. Safe within your home you'll be, assisted by security. This magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be, there it's done. It says, insecurities and lack of self-confidence have a habit of manifesting. Feeling like an outsider makes it difficult to be positive and fit in. So right now, instead of being on the outside looking in, you have been given the key to let yourself into the witch's cottage for a while, where you will find all that you need to become strong enough to deal with everything it has hurled at you. Explore every room and discover what it is that you feel you're good at, and what you feel most comfortable with. You may find that it is the kitchen filled with herbs and plants to make medicinal recipes, or perhaps it is the welcome warmth of the hearth where you feel most at home. As you investigate, you will discover the right tools and meet friends and familiars along the way for you to choose from and work with until you feel strong enough and ready to reemerge with security as your supporter, into the bold and confident witch you really are. Let others in instead of shutting them out. You are protected, supported, and safe. Trust in the divine outcome. Recognize your strengths and talents. A new home awaits. Rediscover your likes and dislikes. Don't try too hard to fit in. Interesting. So for some of you, this is a time to kind of go within, right? Because you do have that Two of Swords. Kind of a bit of a time to pause and reflect a little bit before making a move forward. So for some of you, I do see that really prevalent in the reading. Accessing, for instance, your inner wisdom, or maybe seeking the wisdom of other people as you're struggling with something, of course. Maybe for some of you, there is something that you need advice on in your life, and don't be shy to reach out to somebody that you might think has the answers. Okay? For some of you, this wisdom might be coming in the form of a message, though. Maybe you're going to gain wisdom on a certain situation, okay? Let me try to see for the majority of you, okay? This is for the majority of you, not for every single person, because that's probably not going to be possible. But what kind of news is on the way for the majority of those that chose pile number 2? What news is on the way? Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups. So this is something that's pretty fulfilling emotionally. It does seem like the news is happy news. What kind of news is this for the majority of those that chose pile number 2? What kind of news can we expect? So we do have the Three of Pentacles. So this could be some kind of offer or assistance. The Three of Pentacles can talk about, it could talk about a work situation, study situation. It could be some kind of results too. Maybe some kind of praise. Maybe for some of you, you might be getting a good grade back here. For others of you, you might hear from maybe an old classmate or an old coworker or somebody that you used to be friends with. As well. Let's see here. But again, this could be some kind of recognition or something that is very emotionally fulfilling to you. We do have the Seven of Wands, so it might have been something that you've really fought for, okay? And maybe that's also why it's so fulfilling to hear the news. Maybe it's been kind of a struggle or something like that. Or it was a struggle to do whatever you're hearing about. Like whether it was if you heard back from a job or something, or something along those lines. But yeah, that's what I see for most of you. Like I said, it could be an old friend, an old coworker, an old classmate, or something. But again, it could also just be like maybe hearing back from something, like a job, or because we have that Ace of Pentacles. So I'm still thinking for some of you this might be an offer of some kind. But whatever it is, it's definitely fulfilling to you. So that's really nice to hear. Let me see. I'm thinking about what else I could take. What do they need to know about this Three of Swords? So with the Three of Swords, I said, what do you need to know about the Three of Swords? Well, we have the King of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, now I want to say that with the King of Pentacles, this could be representing somebody that is an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but it could also be representing somebody that's like okay, so we have the Five of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Okay, so it could be representing somebody like a boss figure, somebody you work with, a husband, a father. Okay, it could represent a lot of different types of people, to be honest. It's just very earth-like energy, very stable energy. We do have the Five of Cups, so it seems like there's some kind of sadness or disappointment surrounding this person. It could also be somebody you had high expectations for as well. But we do have the Nine of Cups coming out, so maybe that's where the high expectations were not met. Maybe this person doesn't meet the expectations in some way, or something doesn't pan out the way that you were hoping. What will be happening with this person this week? Nine of Swords. Okay, so this could be anxiety. Some of you might be very anxious around this person, or maybe there's some anxiety about things that have happened in the past, okay? So for some of you, it's like fresh energy. For others of you, you've already kind of dealt with the situation already, and maybe you're still kind of recovering in some way. Or it's like an ongoing drama or situation in your life. So yeah, that is what we've got for you guys this week. Like definitely, it seems like for a lot of you are getting some news this week. For others of you, like I said, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth, tapping into inner wisdom perhaps, and growth. A lot of meditation. I think that's good this week too. There might be a message here for some of you with the Two of Swords, and that finding the stillness is like, maybe sometimes it might be better this week to try to think before you speak, right? If you're feeling a little bit bubbly or annoyed, just find that stillness within, okay? So that is what I'm seeing for those of you that chose pile number 2. I really hope that this gives you some guidance to your week, and I hope you have a beautiful week ahead of you, okay? So take care and see you next time. Hey guys, so if you chose pile number 3 with this turquoise, this is your reading, so let's see what's happening for you in the week ahead. Oh, and I want to say a thank you really fast before I start to Tristan. I did post this on my YouTube stories and my Instagram stories, but thank you so much, Tristan, for the wonderful wish list gifts. Tristan got the Witch's Wisdom Oracle deck, the Goddess Tarot off my wish list, and the Mediumship Training deck, and as well Sailor Moon manga. And I'm super excited. Thank you so much, and I love doing Reiki for you. So thank you for that honor. Anyways, let's get into the reading and see what's happening for you guys this week. So we have got, yeah, that didn't come out right. We have got Watchtower of the West, Autumn. So for those of you that are maybe in the Northern Hemisphere, some of you might be really excited about autumn. Maybe it's cooling down where you're at and you're just getting super excited about the holiday seasons that are coming up, because there's Halloween. And I don't know about you, but I'm super excited. I'm hoping that COVID isn't going to make it awkward or weird, because I'd really like to have fun with my kids. But yeah, for those of you, there might be some excitement about the season, of autumn coming up. And for others of you, though, it might be that you are letting it go or shedding some things this week. Of course, the idea of autumn can also mean harvest, too. So some of you might be harvesting things and stuff like that in your life. maybe even in your garden. But we do have also bell announcement. So it seems like there will be some sort of announcement this week. Now, announcements, of course, can come in many forms. This could even just be your favorite band announcing a new album or a new single, or, announcement of a new show, or a renewal of a TV show you watch. It can come out in many different ways. But I feel like whatever the announcement is, it's probably going to be very important to you. Okay, we do have dragon. It says beware of self-delusion. Okay, and then we have flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. So we also have, let's see, thought power. We have ambition showing up, and the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Four of Cups. Okay, so I do have a message for a few of you. If there is somebody kind of rushing into your life that you know isn't very good for you in some way, this could be somebody that's a bit of a player energy coming back in for some of you. I would definitely be careful not to lower your standards, okay? For some of you too, you might have an encounter with somebody this week that's a little bit... It could be like somebody who's really more interested in something sexual than anything deeper, okay? And for others of you, you might want to reach out to somebody who clearly isn't interested in you, or isn't really seeing your value. Don't be tempted to lower your standards this week, okay? For those of you where that's relevant. For others of you, let me see. We do have beware of self-delusion. So, oh my God, sorry, the dog is, she likes to scratch the floor when she lays down, and she's like upstairs scratching the floor. She's like doing the scratching thing. For others of you, let's see here. We do have beware of self-delusion. For some of you, be a little bit maybe careful. Like, don't attempt to do something that's too difficult for you. Like picking up something too heavy, you might pull a muscle. For others of you, you know what I mean? Like, just be careful not to overestimate yourself a little bit. Some of you might take on a little bit too much, perhaps, and then kind of lose steam on something too. So don't overcommit yourself to anything, okay? For others of you too, though, you might not realize how much power you actually have, or how much ability you actually have. Some of you actually might be getting intuitive messages this week that you're misinterpreting, or you're not quite seeing. We do have thought power. Now, thought power is about the power of thought has literally no limitations. Parents and their children, husbands and wives, and longtime partners are known to finish each other's sentences or utter identical words at the exact same time. We laugh when this happens, putting it down to coincidence, but could it be something more? How can we explain when family members just know when something's wrong with one another? Why is it that people simply think of someone who they haven't seen in a long time only to run into them later that day? One can't just put this down to luck or fate. It's actually what's known as telepathy, the ability to send and receive messages and information through the mind without the use of one's physical senses. Typically, most mediums communicate with the spirit world using telepathy, which is a form of mental mediumship. The energy of thought is a spiritual power, and this ability is fueled by the power of love. To strengthen your telepathic ability, you can ask a friend to help you with the following exercise. Have them choose a photo, a number, a color, or an image from another room or location. Then have them send you mentally what they chose. Just relax and be open and receptive. Give off exactly what you receive. It sounds simple, but the more you practice, the stronger your communication with the spirit world can become. Some of you might be working on that. This might be a call for some of you to work on that this week. For others of you, you might just be really having an intuitive time. Actually, if you guys actually focus on this, you might actually notice that you're really picking up intuitive hits, okay? For some of you, might be actually finding too that you really connect with somebody very well this week as well. So yeah, let's see here. I do want to ask about the standards, lowering the standards. What would that mean for most of those that chose pile number 3 this week? What does this flag card mean? What is this standards? These standards. Let's see here. We do have the 9 of Swords. Okay, this could be about anxiety or nervousness. Maybe for some of, let's see here. We do have the Queen of Wands. Too many other cards fall, so I'm going to put those back. I got Burning Desire by Lana Del Rey in my head. We have the Sun. Okay, I really feel like what actually for many of you, okay, the majority of you. So for some of you, that message that I said initially is probably only going to be for a few of you. For those of you like lowering your standards on a player or something like that. For others of you, I do wonder if it's about your abilities. You might be underestimating your own abilities, your own strength, okay? Also, I want to say that in the heat of the moment, when you, okay, and I'm guilty of this very, very often, and I think it's my Jupiter and my descendant, but also a lot of my fire. I'm quick to overpromise, overgive, which can lead to stress later on. So make sure that you're not doing that, or you're not taking on things that are probably not worth the time or effort. Do you get what I'm saying? So don't be like, okay, here's a random example. For instance, I'm in I used to love to crochet, so I'm in a lot of crochet communities on Facebook. And there would be many times where people would be asked to make something, right? And they would make it for the person. And then it would just sort of like go unused, or there were times where I saw people actually like make something and then the person gave it away. And it was like they put so much effort into something. Don't accept something in your life if it's not up to your standards, or to do it out of niceness or out of anxiety as well too. Like, oh, I have to say yes. If I don't say yes, then I'm not going to be, you know what I mean? Then what will they think, or anything of that nature. Please stand up for yourself. Don't lower those standards, especially if you are feeling anxious about it. Like, if you didn't do it, what would they think? Like that, nope. You only do what makes you really happy, okay? Because then it's just going to create bad vibes in your life, to be honest, in the end. Okay, so that's a message for some of you. And then the self-delusion, I really do feel like that's probably in regards to questioning your abilities and yourself. But let's see, Spirit, where is the self-delusion here for those that chose? Okay, so we do have the Devil here. Where is the self-delusion for those that chose pawn number 3 this week? Okay. This can have to do with like an addiction of some kind, or thoughts that are, yeah, a little bit oppressive in nature. We have the 3 of Cups. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. Self-delusion. And then we had the 5 of Swords fall down too. I think that's the only thing that fell down. Yep. Self-delusion. Well, we have the 5 of Swords, which can talk about some sort of conflict. But we also have the 3 of Cups, which can talk about friendship or camaraderie with a group, or it's usually a pretty good energy. Self-delusion. Well, this could be about your value. This could also be about, for some of you, being stubborn in an argument with somebody. Some of you might be only seeing your side and not the other person's. I know some of you might not want to hear that, and that's okay. You can just throw that out if you don't want to hear it. But it is possible that some of you, with the self-delusion, right, could be not seeing the full picture. And maybe we can do that sometimes when we don't want to feel like we're wrong, or we're really only seeing our side. I've been guilty of this. What the heck? I mean, I think everybody can be. So just make sure, and this is of course only going to be for some people. For other people, like I said, it might be really that you try to do too much, right? You think you can take on more than you can chew, bite more than you can chew. Or offer more than you can, and then it can turn into kind of a difficult time too for some of you with that 5 of Swords. It could turn into something that's just going to be conflicting and annoying. You might do it from a really happy place, a place of wanting to give to friends, for instance, as well. Maybe to mother and take care of people. But at the same time, it might be something that could turn into something that sort of becomes a habit, or you know what I'm saying? As well. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. Like I said, it's probably going to be a little bit different for everybody, but I think the overall message here is, I would say, don't overpromise, don't overdo, And as well, if you are having some arguments, try to make sure that you're seeing all the sides and being very practical and not letting your ego get in the way of saying sorry, for instance. If it's necessary, of course, I'm not encouraging you to say sorry to someone who's mean to you or abusive in any way, okay? So just don't take it that way. Okay, so with the Watchtower of the West in autumn, I would like to read the card here. And it says, the west brings the water, so it may impart connection and healing and open your heart. Autumn reflects all that's to reveal. Cast magic at dusk for emotions to heal. This magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be, there it is done. Which is wisdom. So it says, calling upon the guardians and gatekeepers of the West, the season of autumn brings you regeneration as it works in conjunction with the element of water. By visiting the Watchtower of the West, you are being assisted to enhance your psychic abilities as your emotions heal and become balanced. Whilst nature starts to turn within itself, reflect on where you have been and what has been done during the preceding months. Allow water to wash over you to become to achieve harmony, to achieve harmony, inner peace, and tranquility. The West will open your heart and rein in any oversensitivity, being oversensitive, right? Sometimes for some of you. Connect with the king and queen of this season and receive as much needed cleansing and healing on all levels. The color blue represents the element of water and should be used in accordance with your magical workings at the time of dusk. Autumn brings emotions to the surface in association with the card that flanks this one. Look deep within to determine what really matters. The old ways that you viewed yourself and others are falling away. Don't let your sensitivity get the better of you. Time for some peace and inner work. Time for you. So again, maybe there's a need not to be too sensitive, okay, for some of you. Now, I want to, especially if you feel like someone's maybe not, if you're getting some sort of like triggers in terms of your own, especially in terms of friendship groups and maybe a particular person in general. Maybe there's like some things that you might be taking offense to this week, but it might not actually be what you think it is. It could be a little bit of your own sensitivity that's getting, maybe overthinking things, okay? Now, I did do some channeled messages, and I forgot to mention these for pile 1 and 2. Oops! I don't often do these, and I thought I would for fun. Because I think I do them sometimes in personal readings. Usually if I've read for somebody many times and I feel comfortable with them, I'll do it. But I'm kind of shy about it, so I don't always do it. But for your pile, I did get these words. Okay, so some of them may resonate, some of them may not. So please do not, do not judge. So we do have lemonade. Okay, so I don't know why that came out. Maybe some of you are drinking lemonade, want to drink lemonade. Maybe there's something that's a little bit bitter or something in your life, because lemonade can sometimes be a little bit bitter. We have programming. So some of you might be programmers talking to a programmer. Some of you might be reprogramming your life, or there's a need to reprogram something, okay? And we have swing. Swing is like the swing that you go on as a child. I saw a swing, so it could mean that, maybe there's a little bit of need to be a little bit carefree and childish, but also, and that can be here with the Ace of Wands and Knight of Wands. Maybe do something fun this week that will make you kind of lift your spirits up, especially if you've been feeling down. For others of you, I'd have forget about it, which is funny because of that whole letting go thing and being sensitive and friends. Some of you might need to forget about something, like, oh, forget about it, like let something go, right? That's funny that came out. Okay, and then the song for you guys is Something by the Beatles. Okay, I love that song. I don't know why it came up. Maybe it's going to be relevant for some of you, maybe not for others of you. So that's what we've got for your week ahead. I really do hope that this gives you some insight, and I'm wishing you all a very, 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 very beautiful week, and I will see you all in the next reading. Okay, take care. Hello friends, if you chose pile number 4 with Opalite, this is your reading. So let's see what's happening for you in the week ahead. I do want to start off by saying, first of all, thank you to Tristan. 3 of the decks I'm using, and they're all in this one, are decks that he got off my wish list. Thank you so much, Tristan. I adore you. Thank you. And I love doing Reiki for you. And he also got me a Sailor Moon manga. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm excited because my mom didn't let me watch Sailor Moon, and I've still not watched it, but I wanted the mangas, and I had 2 and 3, but I didn't have number 1. So I'm about to start the Sailor Moon journey. Wish me luck at 35. So yeah, and then I did take channeled messages, and I completely forgot pile 1 and 2. I did these yesterday actually. for this. And I'm going to go ahead and give you your messages. I'll just start with it. So we do have tree, roots, and fly. Interesting. Tree and roots, and then fly. Fly's a little bit... for some of you, there might be a fly annoying you, but it could be that for some of you, there's some sort of desire to uproot yourself in some way. There also, with tree and roots, could be a focus on family or family roots. Maybe there's a focus on health as well and well-being. How rooted you feel. Some of you might be working on grounding this week as well. But for others of you might be wanting to get up and move or something like that as well. We do have sweater. So maybe for some of you, there's a warmth in the air or a desire to be warm. Maybe it's a little bit chilly where you're at and you're wanting to put on a sweater, or maybe you're excited for sweater weather. We also have music, so music might be important to you guys this week. Maybe there's maybe you guys discover a new song that you like, or music's just kind of playing a role greatly. We do also have Tears in Heaven by Eric Clapton. Interesting song that I kind of channeled there. I might actually go back and re-record these other two piles so they can get their channel messages, because maybe that's a good idea. I don't know. But Tears in Heaven is about actually Eric Clapton's son who passed away at a young age. So some of you might be reminiscing about a past loved one. Maybe some of you will receive a sign this week from a past loved one, or maybe there's just something about that kind of theme this week. Okay, so let us see what we've got. We've got Yule, rebirth. We have intellect. Oh, intellect says August 5th and September 1st. So those are the dates on that. We also have soul guidance. Cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. Wow, that's very interesting. Some of you might be receiving protection from a past loved one this week. We have bird perched, waiting for news, package, or letter. So some of you might be spending this week waiting for something to arrive. Okay, we also have vase, secret admirer. And we have moon, changes in your life. Very interesting. You guys actually had 4 T cards, which, whatever, are not fitting that great. That's okay. We also have King of Pentacles. We have the 8 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. Generally, it seems like your energy with tarot is very good this week. Maybe you're just, kind of working and, following your bliss in general. Maybe you're feeling pretty good. For some of you, you might get like a nice pat on the back at work. I want to say for some of you that might make you feel really good. You might see some efforts rewarded that make you feel really happy financially. So maybe some financial efforts kind of being rewarded this week as well. For others of you, you might have an admirer at work. But wow, take that if it resonates, Let's see here. Spirit, tell me more about pile number 4, Secret Admirer, for the majority that chose this pile. Tell me more about this Secret Admirer. Now, Secret Admirer doesn't always have to be here. A love admirer, I mention this in my 6-month readings often because I use these T cards. It can just be general admiration. We do have the 3 of Wands and the Sun. Interesting. So we've got kind of a playful energy here. The 8 of Cups. 3 of Wands. So somebody who's very, very active and energetic, I would say. Somebody who might be a little bit of a leader. They could be a little bit slippery, this person. Maybe it's somebody in your life that you can't quite get a hold of emotionally. We do have the 8 of Cups. Some of you, this might be somebody that you don't even expect or know. You might not even be facing in their direction. So this could be quite unexpected, actually. For some of you, I am getting maybe multiple people. Like multiple admirers. Especially if you're in the spotlight. Let's see what else I'm getting. This could be somebody... Though there's somebody with romantic feelings. So 3 of Wands can indicate romantic feelings, okay? as well. So maybe for some of you, it might be somebody that you had like maybe a romantic start with in the past, but it's kind of like dissipated in some way, so they could just be admiring you at this time. Definitely maybe someone happy-go-lucky though, and somebody who's kind of outgoing for the most part, I'd say. I'm getting like an outgoing type of personality. I mean, as a general whole. Okay, so we also have, let's see. Well, it seems like you're going through some big changes this week. I don't know what that might mean for most of you. With different people watching, it could be different things, but we do have rebirth. And so I would like to look at this Yule card and see what that might mean. Yule, it says, you waned, now growing like the sun, who's born again, the light has won. With Yule log placed upon the fire, rebirth delivers heart's desire. This magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be, there it's done. So it says, your past is truly behind you. The difficulties you've endured had made you stronger and wiser. A new way of life beckons. Shine your light brightly. Your wishes and dreams are coming true. Relax in front of a log fire. Interesting. So it does seem like you guys are letting go. Rebirth can come in many forms, such as heading in a new direction, a promotion, a new job, new perspective, new perception, empowerment, or enhanced connection with the old ways. Whatever it is you've been asking for comes to the past when Yule arrives. So be expectant and positive as rebirth accompanies you through to the other side, where you will emerge wiser and stronger than ever before. Some of you might be waiting for this news to come in. You are trying to make changes in your life. Like some of you might make job applications that you're trying to sort of, maybe you're waiting for some news back, or there's something along those lines. Like that could be connected for some of you, that connection. But for others of you, it does seem like you guys are taking that step to make changes in your life, to change the way that things have been going for you, in whatever capacity that might mean, depending on your situation. We do have soul guidance, so it says making time for activities that contribute to your spiritual growth and psychic development is not a sign of selfishness. It is more of a necessity. By doing so, it will make you a better medium and have a major impact on your overall well-being and spiritual vitality. Spending time to focus on your soul's needs enables you to nurture yourself and expand your spiritual boundaries. Therefore, for 1 week, allow this card to encourage you to do things that are uncharacteristic for you. In other words, do things that you never normally do. During this time, surrender and trust in your intuitive psychic abilities completely. If you feel that you've always wanted to have lunch with someone at work but never made the effort, then make this week the time to ask. If you feel drawn to call a relative with whom you've not spoken to in a long time, then make the call. If you feel inspired to learn something new, then take a class or workshop. Trust and follow your gut and use all your psychic senses. After doing this for 1 week, don't forget to journal your new discoveries or revelations that resulted by following your inner guidance. Sometimes when you follow the prompting of your soul, it leads to unexpected opportunities. This amazing exercise will teach you the flow of intuition runs through you and works for you. So why not start living intuitively and less analytically? Very cool message. So following your intuition this week, some of you might be guided to do that. Definitely take, like it says, man, for real, like if you do have like some sort of inkling to call someone or to do something, especially with this protected from negative forces beyond your control, some of you should follow your instincts. If you feel like you shouldn't drive somewhere, don't drive there. Follow those gut instincts. Okay? We do have intellect too, so it seems like you're making wise decisions this week. Maybe for some of you, you've come to a new understanding of yourself and what you want and what you deserve in life. So yeah, that is what we've got for you guys. Let me see. I'm thinking if I want to pull anything else. I think I didn't want to really clarify these ones just because I feel like they might be too broad. The Secret Admirer, I did that. I think I'll do one more. I'll do a fortune cookie. I didn't for anybody else, but I will for you. I always do nice things for pile number 4. Always doing extra things. Pile number 4. What can pile number 4 expect this week? Major life change. Time is right for major life changes, as a new lifestyle or location brings great joy in a trouble-free existence. So we do have some big life changes for some of you this week. That's coming up twice. Changes in your life, major life change. So, wow. I'm really excited for you guys. Let me know what that might be for you if you know what it is in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys, and I really do hope you have a beautiful, wonderful week ahead of you, okay? Lots of love, okay? Bye-bye.